Hello and welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to create something a little bit different, to what I usually do, and something that's quite special to me. And I'm going to tell you all about it after the intro. So ladies and gentlemen, let's cue the intro. So, right now, outside, it's -1. It's winter here, and it is freaking cold. I'm not going to lie. But I was going to go away and film some crazy series during this time. But I've decided I need to obviously put as much money as I can into a future charity trip. And if you've not seen the videos, click back a few and you will see the big announcement about what I've got planned next year. But anyway, so because I'm doing that, I was like, what can I do? What can I do that's a little bit different? And then I kind of thought back to the things I used to do before I did YouTube. Some of the places I used to visit, some of my real favourite places, and some of them have got some childhood memories, and some of them are real hidden gems that not a lot of people know about. So I'm going to create a little series about these different places. And today is going to be part 1, episode 1. Of this little mini series, and I'm going to go somewhere quite special to me. So again, being -1, I'm going to show you all the kit, all the gear that I'm going to put on, and we're going to head out in this freezing cold day to a place that's quite special. So let's get on with my favourite places. Okay, so just before I leave my really warm and cosy house with beautiful central heating for -1 temperatures outside, I'm going to tell you what gear that I'm going to put on to try to keep myself warm through this nearly 200-mile journey. Okay, so I've got my battery powered heated gloves because I like the warmth, and then when they fail, because they will fail, they're not going to last the entire distance, I've got my good old Spada Enforcer gloves because they're the warmest gloves I own, and that might end up being my backing plan because this material lets the air through, lets the heat travel, so once they die it's going to get quite cold. And then of course the literally awesomest purchase for around 20-25 quid I've ever done is this heated vest. I literally put my power bank in the pocket, it plugs in, it turns on, and it just gives you that little bit of base layer of warmth. And then, obviously, I've got my Spada kit there, my textiles. Hopefully, that will stop the wind coming through instead of wearing things like jeans where I'm going to freeze my bum off. And then, of course, we have your granddad's long johns. Now, you remember as a kid, you spent your entire time laughing at your granddad when he goes, "Oh, it's time to get my long johns on." They are absolutely awesome and they work fantastically. So hopefully that will help keep my legs nice and warm. And then of course over my normal socks I put my thermal socks on. Then finally down here, in case I decide I'm going to rob a bank, I can put this on. That means that I can go in and get out quick and nobody will know who I am. And that is the kit that I'm going to put on and get going. So time to suit up, boot up and head out. Well, we're off, and we're off to Hunstanton because it's one of my favourite places, and I used to ride there quite a lot before the YouTube days. I had a set of places I really enjoyed, and that was one of those places to go and grab the old British fish and chips by the seaside. Now, it's known to many bikers, but not all, and do you know what? It's a really fun place to visit because you can park your bike pretty much at the beachfront, go and grab your chips, and head down to that beach for that awesome seaside view. Now, roughly from where I live, it's about 84-ish miles, and at the moment we've got 78 to go. I'm going to rely on the Royal Enfield turn-by-turn sat-nav to get me there, so we'll see how that works out, because last time, yeah, it didn't so good. But anyway, what's important about saying is I have loads of childhood memories there as well, so this video is kind of dedicated to my mum, because she's an inspirational person. When I was a kid, I kid you not, what she used to do, she used to put me in the car and literally go to me, "Where do you want to go? Which way do you want to go?" And I'd be like, "Well, I don't know." And she'd be like, "No, pick which way you want to go." So I'd be like, "Well, let's go that way." And then
we'd head that way, and we'd basically just go on an adventure. And I kind of feel like that's where I get quite a lot of my adventuring from, because it's just jump on it and go. No major plan, just go. And Hunstanton was one of the places we'd end up at quite a lot of the time as well. It was quite cool. So to go back there is something quite special. And it might be -1, but the sun is out. I'm layered up. This should be a really good day. I've got to be careful in case we get any black ice and that later. So I'm going to ride with a little bit of caution. But generally, I'm really looking forward to this. On the Himalayan today, trekking there. This is going to be nice. I'm going to enjoy this. Well, we've hacked down a few miles. We've got about 63 to go. And do you know what? The Himalayan is doing what it does well. Now, underneath this helmet, because I'm not going to lift it up, it's freezing. I am smiling ear to ear. I mean, the Himi's doing really well. The sun is out. I might be sat on a boring A road following trucks and cars, but I don't care, because I know I'm going somewhere that I really enjoy. Now, my grandad Long Johns is keeping my nuts and my willy warm, so that's not too bad either. My heating gloves are currently only on 1, so my hands are slightly cold, but there's a little bit of warmth getting to it. But do you know what? This is fantastic. I mean, look at it. A beautiful day. Getting to ride my bike. It's just absolutely awesome. And what more can you say? Really, what more can you say? I mean, the thing about it is that I really absolutely love how many people get inspired by the channel. I absolutely love when people tell me they've bought a bike because of the review, or they've gone out to ride because it makes them want to get on their bike. So really, if this does not inspire you to take that winter's ride when the sun is out, I don't know what would. I mean, trust me, this is fantastic. I can't wait to get there. I really can't wait to get there. But this Royal Enfield is just chugging it along. 60 miles an hour all day long, no problem at all. It loves it. Let's go.
Feeling in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky, I can feel the winds of change. You live and you learn, and I hope I've seen enough to make something right and make up for what I've lost.
Well, we're under 6 miles away from Hunstanton. The sun is still out. It's definitely still -1. My left glove, my heated glove, says it's on, but it doesn't seem to be producing any heat. There's a pain up the butt, but who cares? The sun is still out. The Himalayan is just cruising and literally lapping up the miles. And we'll soon be there. I'll soon be off to stretch my legs. Soon get to show you one of the most nicest little beach towns in this country. And enjoy those chips. Oh, I can't wait for those warm chips. I might have a pie. I might have a fish for a change. Dunno. But do you know what? I cannot wait to get there. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the beginning of Hunstanton.
Well, we are here, and it is windy, but it is beautiful. Behind me is the sea. Right there is the Himalayan, and this is where you can park your bike. And the weekends in the summer, this is absolutely rammed with motorcycles. But right now, I need to find some fish and chips or pie and chips or something and get a little bit warm. But let me show you around Hunstanton. Well, I'm walking along the beachfront, and do you know what? Everywhere looks closed because it's December and it's freezing. But still, just look at the view. I mean, it is absolutely stunning. Do you know what? It brings back so many childhood memories. It really does. So some of the things that I love about this place is it's like it's been untouched by time. It's got all the classic, if you can see behind me, it's got all of the classic arcades. It's got a really cool fun fair. It's like this place hasn't changed since I was a kid. It's like literally, it's like it's been stuck in time. It's just absolutely fantastic. And I just hope I can find somewhere that's got some fish and chips or something for sale, because literally everywhere looks closed other than a couple of little arcades. So it's not looking good for that at the minute. Oh, I can taste that salt air though from the sea. That's quite special. I spent so much time as a kid playing in this sort of funfair next to the beach, and obviously it all being closed down for winter, it's like quite eerie. It's like being in a ghost town. It feels really, really weird without anybody here or any rides going. It's kind of spooky. Wow, I miss this place. So everywhere I've looked at to find fish and chips by the sea, even a coffee, is all closed. This whole place is closed. Plus side, there's not a lot of people. It's a long way to come for a closed place. So I've spent ages walking around trying to find somewhere open, and I actually found a chip shop open. It's mid-afternoon, it's the only one around. It was well expensive at £12.50, but it looks good. I'm going to enjoy it with a sea view. I can't believe I found a place that's open. I've been walking around for about, an hour and a half just trying to find someone to get a coffee at this rate. Oh, good times. Well, it would be wrong not to go to the sea, wouldn't it? It'd be wrong not to touch that sea water, because at the end of the day, I've not come all this way just to stare at everything that's closed. I'm here for the sea, the view and the beauty. It doesn't matter that it's -1 and there's snot dripping out of my nose. What matters is I get all this to myself. Well, I feel like Hunstanton has an incredible amount to give. It makes me smile being back here. It's such a proper British classic seaside, but I have it all to myself. But the thing of it is, I think no matter if it's summer when everything's open and you can get things like dinky donuts and sweets and ice creams and fish and chips and all the stuff that you really, really want at the seaside, forget that it's winter and it's all closed. The most important thing of it is, I have this place to myself because it's -1. It's a proper British sunny kind of winter, I should say. But most of all, let me just give you Hunstanton, the place that's worth a visit no matter what the weather.
The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you laugh to yourself. And I see you shine in every color, resting your head in my arms. You sing la la